Hey guys, I'm really happy to be here. My name is Raimonds, Liepins, Coach Ray. Some people know me from Voice of Arm Wrestling. They know that I do the videos and everything else. I'm also president of Latvian Arm Wrestling Federation, national team coach for the last 10 years.
Soy el presidente del Club Nacional de Latvia y el entrenador principal los 10 años.
So all the Latvian arm wrestlers, you know, is kind of come from my system, Janis system. We work together with that. So we're really proud of Latvian system, what we have done, especially with such small amount of arm wrestlers that we have. Like our nationals was last week. It was 60 people there. Yeah. But the level was so high that it would be like European World Championship levels.
Vale, todos los que vienen de Latvia vienen de su sistema, de su sistema, el sistema de código.
Latvian system.
No, but you're
Janis.
Y de Janis y llevan, bueno, I missed the rest of it. We gotta start now.
So, I'm just happy about our system. This is why I can share our experience and what we do, because we have very small amount of arm wrestlers, about like a national of 60 people last week, and but the level is very, very high, as you know. Most likely you know about Vladislavs, you know about Kaspars, now it's Toms, Arnis, Sandris, Janis, Raimonds, me, and there's much more. You know,
Hay muchos más, estos son los nombres, quizás lo conocéis.
Sí.
Todos los campeones de Letonia nombrados.
So, I think I have some authority to speak about arm wrestling. This is a sport that I love.
Tengo un poco de autoridad para hablar de pulsos.
16 years, I think, at least.
16 años llevo.
Seriously, I would hope to do more, but seriously, the last 4 years for me, because all the other time I was doing stuff for everyone else, coaching, doing federation stuff and things like that. This has been a little.
Solo llevo 4 años tomando en serio para yo mismo. Siempre he estado entrenando a otra gente.
So this is why you have heard about me maybe the last 3-4 years more than.
Por eso habéis seguido de mí los últimos 3 años, 4 años.
So tomorrow, I don't know how many people. Is there anyone who this will be their first competition or okay, maybe second or third or something like that? Okay, very good. So everyone always asks me what to do, and they come for the advice before competition. First of all, everything you have planned, have full trust in it. Don't do anything else.
Bueno, todos vienen a él para preguntarles qué sistema deben tomar para su primer concurso y dice lo mejor es confiar en vuestro plan que ya tenéis.
So, the things that I can give you about tomorrow is what to do when you get on table. So first of all, as soon as you get on table, be ready.
Mañana, estar preparados.
As soon as you take the grip, referee can look at this and say, nice, ready, go, bomb. And you're still thinking about something. So first, as soon as you walk, you are ready, okay? If the opponent is giving you a hard time, not giving you a good grip, don't just allow them to.
No le permites.
Okay, that's the second rule. If he's pulling here and I'm just waiting, I'm gonna get a bad start and I'm gonna lose. Or I have a tougher match than I should. Okay? So speak with the referee, respect the referee. The more respect you give to the referee, nicer he's gonna beat you. That's absolutely true. If you come to the table and you do this and they say straighten the wrist and you're just like no. Referee's going to give you a warning, another warning, and then he's going to look for your foul. Because that's human nature, right? We want to be nicer to those who are nicer to us. So, get on table, be ready what to do. Don't feel comfortable, don't start. Maybe you need a referee's grip, If you are better in the straps, get the strap. Don't hope that you can hold on to someone. Okay. I think everyone here already knows where they are good. Okay, so there shouldn't be a question, what should I do, hook or top rope? You do what will win you 90% of the time. Because everyone's always like, I can beat everyone like in a hook, but I need to top roll this guy. Then just top roll that guy, hook everyone else, right? So always choose where you are the strongest. If you have a bunch of different moves, like say top roll, hook, or press, the knockout punch is one that no one sees. Okay, so element of surprise is
El que
very
gana es el
good.
que
If
no,
you can,
el que no le espera.
if my opponent is waiting for me to top roll because I'm loading up on his fingers, and then right before starting,
Si espera que
drop
vaya a top roll,
in,
porque
he will not
esto
expect
pone
that.
presión en sus dedos.
You can do
de
that
repente,
if you know how to do
cambio.
it. Okay?
Si él cree que a lo mejor el hecho de buscar todo el rato el referee's grip, eso puede hacer que el árbitro te mire con malos ojos en cierto modo y te pide una falta o esté más pendiente de tu falta porque tú has luchado demasiado el grip inicial porque sabes que te interesa el referee's grip o el strap. Entonces, ¿dónde
Así
está?
que si te ve mal el árbitro,
Claro, si él se da cuenta que tú estás haciendo trampa,
you're trying to get the referee's grip, that you're just constantly, turning your wrist.
If it's a good referee, yes. I can, like, if when I referee, the guys walk on table, I can instantly in 5 seconds can tell they're gonna take a grip or we're gonna go for referee's grip.
Bueno, cuando eres
Because
el árbitro,
more
sabe
you
en
see,
5
you
segundos
know the
cómo lo van a hacer.
human language. You know, one is subtle, one is not moving, and
Uno es
one is
sutil.
like this. And if both are always climbing over, like
Si los
we're
dos
taking
están
a
escalando,
grip,
subiendo.
and we're both here all the time, it's not gonna be a grip. Referee will not waste time.
El
He will
árbitro
just,
no va a perder tiempo, lo sabe.
if it's a good referee.
Sí,
O sea, que el problema es si uno de los dos mantiene el grip y el otro es el que se está todo el rato resistiendo, ¿no? Esto sería el problema. Si uno de los dos coge el grip y no lo suelta,
Sí.
y el otro es el que lucha todo el rato, ese puede salir perjudicado, entiendo, ¿no?
If one's taking a grip, the other one's messing around, he could be the one who's,
Yes, they can see and they will give warning, and then
Okay.
So
pueden recibir dos avisos, sí.
it's not just me and him. It's first referee and it's second referee all the time.
Dos
Don't
árbitros.
forget about it.
Hay
So
dos árbitros.
another small trick is we always say like if let's say the second referee is there, his arm is a little bit bent. What we do like and they will show wrist, and you always just straighten out a little bit, not all the way, and just look at them. If you look at them, they think okay, you understand, and you straighten out. These are like the small
Le das
things
un ojo al árbitro
in arm wrestling.
con un poco de corrección y...
Because they just need to
como si
understand
das-
that you understand what they're asking you, like wrist. But if you're just not doing anything and just
Le
waiting,
das un poco de atención para que él sabe que tú sabes
it's
que le
bad.
estás
It's always bad. Okay. If you want to get the slip, don't take chalk. If you don't want to get the slip, get the chalk. If you feel tired, if you just had a big match, take your time, slowly take some chalk. Get on table, but take your time, relax a little
Toma tu
bit.
tiempo.
There's no rush in losing. Okay, you can always lose. Just give yourself a little chance of winning. So sometimes you will have a terrible match and you know you're done, right? So and then you just jump back on the stage and just go back. Take your time.
Toma tu tiempo.
Don't rush anything. The
Si vas
first
a
rule
perder,
is
después
always
no
be
perder
ready.
despacio.
As soon as you get on table, be ready because as soon as referee will see like this is good, and the center is good, it's ready to
Justo
go.
cuando el árbitro ve
It's
que
ready
esto
to go.
está bien, pues ready
And
go.
if you look at especially the guys that are just starting, everyone loses starts. They're just like, ah.
Los que están
And then you think
empezando siempre pierden en
you're
el
much,
start.
much weaker, but you just couldn't engage, right?
Eso quiere decir que eres mucho más débil, pero no podías
Yeah.
conectar.
Small tip, if, like, let's say we are fighting and we are in the final, I lost to you. I tried to top roll you, and you just went here. You can always try to do the same thing better if you felt
Puedes
something.
repetir y hacerlo mejor.
Or you can try to understand, maybe look at, like, this is why you need to watch your category. You
O
watch your
quizás
category,
mirar si hay
you
otra
see all the
manera.
matches, you see how they won, how they lost. You see
Sabes
where
cómo han
they
ganado, cómo
struggled,
han
which
perdido
style
en
they
categoría.
gave them biggest problems, that will
¿Quién
be
les dio los
weakness.
máximos problemas? Y
It's
eso es donde están débiles.
arm wrestling is it's not just we always like sometimes guys will not even watch their category and then they're just it's a surprise every time they play. But if you watch, you understand.
Tienes
Plus,
que
if you're pulling like
estar
pulling the
atento a
same
tu
guys
categoría.
around, right? It's the same guys in Spain all the time almost.
Los mismos
Some
chicos
news are
en
coming in,
España siempre.
but most of the time it's the same. So you already know techniques.
Lot
You
of new
already
people
know.
now.
More.
Lot of new people.
Good, good. They need to hear this. They need to pay
Porque los
attention.
nuevos tienen que estar atentos.
Look at your class. Look
Mira
at
tu
your
categoría.
class. Look at
Fija los
how
demás.
they win, look at how they lose,
Mira
and
cómo
this
ganan,
will give
mira
you a
cómo pierden.
scenario of what to do if you encounter them.
Para saber lo que tienes que hacer cuando te encuentras.
Because arm wrestling is always, it's my fundamentals against your fundamentals.
Son mis fundamentales contra
Let's say, like, I'm with Okay, with right, I'm not a big top roller. It's hard for me to top roll.
No soy un-
If I go for a top roll, I might lose very easy. But if I try to press and hook like I usually do, I might take it out of position. And in this scenario, it looks like it's so one-sided, I can't do nothing. In this, it looks the other way. So you always try to be smart. I'm not saying it's not for dumb people.
Hay que ser listo, no es para el top.
So try to be smart. Look at your opponents. Look what they are doing. Think about what you can do on table, how you can beat them, because that's the most important part, right?
Estar atentos de cómo les vais a
Every competition, win or lose, should come with lessons. You won, very good. What did you do right? You know, you need to think about all those things. You lost, what did you do wrong? Okay, so take this time, reflect. The most successful people in arm wrestling, and we can talk about this, like there is such a thing as talent. There are people that will come into the sport and in a very short time just be at the highest level. Everyone has their own gifts, and the gifts come in very different ways. Some will have like just insane techniques. Like 1-2 training sessions, they understand top roll, they understand the press or hook or whatever, and it's just better than anyone. Some will have, which is I think the best one is the speed. Some people are just fast. There's nothing you can do. They reaction time is faster, they contraction time is faster. Every time you pull with him, you're just like, you know, be ready. Someone's gonna hit you. And then there's the strength is another one, but strength I think more comes with coordination. And the last one, the most important one, is the recovery. There are people who will not get tired from training, so they will come and train and come back and train and come back and not get injured. And this is one of the best gifts. If you're one of those, you will go very far. The problem is most of the time people don't know where their limits are. Not everyone's body is the same. It's very easy. Everyone remembers first 2 weeks after first pulling session where you cannot hold shit, right? And there, I know people who had never those problems. They just come to the practice. They do that. In a year and 2, they can fight for world championship medals. It's one of the most important things. And if you're not, you have to be again very smart to figure out where is the line. What I changed for myself in the last 3-4 years, I try to figure out where my line is, because all the time I was trying to do what, let's say, the best Latvians are doing, you know, because if you train together, you want to match everyone's weight. I just can't do that. So I went back with everything. So right now, this is why I have no problem today to pull all of you, and then pull tomorrow all of you.
No tengo ningún problema en contra todos hoy y mañana, porque sé dónde estoy mi límite y lo puedo empujar.
I have good conditioning.
Tengo buena condición.
I don't train where I overdo myself, where I actually
no entreno demasiado.
Because people keep forgetting the main purpose of training. It's what? It's training. You know, it's not to lift the most amount of weight. It's not to push the most amount of weight, or you know,
es para levantar el máximo peso.
It's to train.
Es para entrenar.
The absolute best example, and we should be looking at all the best athletes in our sport.
El mejor ejemplo es mirar a todas las atletas es John Bressan.
And it's a great story. He goes to training sessions, and Todd Hutchings told me this.
He said,
John will find a position where you are at your strongest, and he doesn't like that position, and work all practice that position, not through pushing through, but through control.
El John Bressan busca que tú estás más fuerte y va a esa posición y después intenta aguantar a esa posición.
That's every time. He said after every practice we go home, we're like, he can beat John easy.
Después de cada entreno contra John, piensan que
and then they come back week or 2 later, and John is insanely strong in that position because he worked for that
position. En esa posición porque ha entrenado esa posición.
And we all know arm wrestling is an ego game. I go to practice.
Arm wrestling is del ego.
I want to beat everyone, especially if it's like I'm here. It's my purpose is not to beat everyone, but if I'm at home, I need to know I'm stronger, right? But when you try to do that, you don't work. You don't grow. That is a big problem. Who will grow? The strongest guy will grow, and we will see this all the time.
Quien va a crecer es más fuerte va a crecer.
There's many countries with great athletes, but just 1 or 2. And why is the reason that? Because everyone else is trying to beat them while they're not working. And only ones that are stronger, because they are so strong, they can get the work in.
Cada país tiene buenas atletas, pero solo uno o dos que ganan contra todos, porque los demás están intentando ganarles sin entrenar.
One of the rules I implemented in my team's training sessions.
Una norma que implemento para mis entrenos.
We do like we have some candles rotate, and you have to do pull-ups. It's very hard on them. So we'll candles. So we will pull like for an hour, maybe 2 hours, and we will pull until someone gives up. So if we're pulling,
Pues luchamos hasta
one
que
of us
alguien-
has to give up. Either I get position where I control you, or I fight for a position, but someone has to give up. If I finish, I have to do that, and it's terrible, and no one can do it. And you can't pull until you do those pull-ups. So everyone now, they slow down, they get more work done. Every pulling session is like at least 30 seconds up to 1 minute long. So think about this. When you are lifting weight, let's say you're doing 10 reps, it will take you, let's say, 20 seconds to do it, right? When we get on table and we all we do is this, it takes less than a second. So how much work did I actually do? You still need to do this. You need to be strong, you need to be everything. But as soon as you understand table, you have better control. You can do all those things very, very easily. Okay? Technique.
Puedes tener muy buena técnica si estás haciendo estas repeticiones en la mesa.
Una pregunta para principiantes, ¿cuál sería su consejo en cuanto al número de veces de hacer mesa por semana? ¿O cómo compaginar eso con el gimnasio?
How many beginners, how many days you do table versus training?
I think for... Oh! Welcome to Doping Club. I'll start out here. So, for beginners and for everyone, it's one training session pulling on the table is good. It's enough because it's so hard. It's so hard on There are some systems that will do more, but the problem is almost no one survives. Like the Bulgarian system, almost no one survives. Like Devon Lard, how many Devon Lards do we know? Exactly. Right? So it will take very special, and not everyone needs to do it. Not everyone needs to do it. My best advice for beginners is to not think about all the weights you can lift. Because if you can lift the same amount of weight as I'm doing, then it doesn't matter because I can still easily beat you, right? If a beginner comes like you will be like 20 levels below me. And if you can still lift the same weight, it means nothing. So what means most is this. So as a beginner, especially a good rule is not to win, but keep the match going, work on positions and everything else.
La regla no es intentar ganar, es mantener que el partido se sigue.
And then eventually, if you want, you can go higher, but almost everyone pulls once a week. Like in Latvia, everyone pulls once a week. I will pull 2-3 training sessions because I'm training more than one group. It's actually like 3 groups. I'll be 3 times on the table. But I also train every day. I'm used to it. It's nothing. But if you come, everything pulled down. It's like once a week. Like Giannis pulls once a week, sometimes even less. You know, and everyone just do big trainings because Giannis already knows how, right? He pulls pretty much perfectly. So I look at this. It's a skill, and when your skill is good enough, it's strength. And then you can go through strength training, but at the start is a skill. When you don't know what you're doing, there's no reason to try to do the things that will not make you better at doing it. And that's honestly, get on table, pull more, try to understand positions. You know, it's good to have good training partners. Arm wrestling is really ego sport because we all want to be the man. But you have to understand that if you're the best guy on your team, you will just go this far. But if you have 5 people that are right there, and everyone is just going like this, the level is rising all the time. That's what you need. You need to bring people with you. You need to help them. Like if you figure something out on table, you have to tell them. Everyone's like this, arm wrestling secrets. There are no freaking secrets. It's just everyone has thought about everything already. The problem is, the better group you will have, it helps. Like, I'll get to you, okay? So, about, what year is it? In 2015, I left my old gym and I went to the gym that I own now. And it's my club and Jan's club there. There's two clubs, two of the best clubs in Latvia there. And the level just went like this. Because we're all there and we do just practices together. And everyone is just, that first of all, you're chasing someone, and then my group is trying to beat their group, and it's constant battle. And that's how you get better. And we have like literally 30 people. Like for now, we will go like it's the teams that we bring. It's so small. The level is very high just because of that reason. It's there's we went to, it doesn't matter where we go. Like there's a lot of countries where they have so many competitors. Everyone is against everyone. They're fighting. They're not helping each other. They're fighting with each other. If you can figure out how to make yourself better, if one team starts doing things right, the other teams will follow.
Si un equipo empieza a hacer las cosas bien, enseñan uno al otro, los otros equipos le siguen.
Sí, consejos para principiantes, hablando de hacer mesa y los dolores que hay asociados, para minimizar eso. ¿Cómo minimizas el dolor de braquial, del tendón de flexor?
Pain and stuff, like if you're a beginner.
Like the tendon's gonna hurt.
Los tendones van a doler.
It's just until they get adapted. Like
Tiene que adaptar.
I don't have tendon pain at all. Like after this,
Yo no tengo dolores.
I don't know, maybe 5 years. I haven't had any.
Llevo 5 años sin tener dolor en los tendones.
At one point, it just catches up, and it's like you cannot get much stronger, and it's slowly increasing.
Llega un punto que no puedes ponerte más fuerte y.
At start, you just have to live through it. It's
Al
just,
principio tienes que sufrirlo.
And I think the better the training system is, more complementary it is, better it's going to be. So if you're doing tons of pronation and don't do bicep with supination, you will have brachialis problem, you will have pronator problem, things like that. If you're doing if you just do this, never do this, you will have problems here, and you will have problems here. So think about your training should be, it should help your body, it should bring some balance, because honestly, it's wrong. It's very, very wrong. You know, our arms are not supposed to go to positions that we are in. If everyone's, you've been pulling for, I don't know, 5 years already, the positions that would break your arm on the first year will do nothing to you.
Si llevas 5 años entrenando, las posiciones que hubieran roto el brazo al principio ya no te vas a lesionar.
Body is very resilient. We build our bones, we build everything. It will just take time. It will just take time. Those who have a gift of recovery, those are happy individuals because they will recover faster and they will progress faster, and you will see these guys.
Los que toman el tiempo necesario para recuperar, van a recuperar
especially
rápido y van a mejorar más rápido.
Like great examples, I would say Vladislav Krasov, like never got injured. He never got injured up to 23 years old.
Nunca se lesionó y tiene 23 años.
Sasha, like he just trains and progresses. When he started at 15 or 16 years old and crazy like this. Now it's Rino, and Rino just goes hard and just. And the idea is you can handle the training, because arm wrestling is very. There's a reason why there's just this many people here. There's a reason because arm wrestling is very, very hard. There's more people leaving. We all know. Our teams would be like, if everyone stayed, the teams would be 100 people. Every team would be 100 people. But it's so hard. Arms hurt. It's uncomfortable. It's hard to learn. And if you're constantly losing, you're just like.
Es difícil aprender y si siempre estás perdiendo, pues claro, estás como.
So you said that it is. Some people are gifted with the recovery.
Yes.
But is there do you have any advice that actually can help to people who don't have this gift to actually level up the game?
Yes.
So arm
wrestling is no different than any other sport, and we sometimes try to make it like it's special. All the things that work for other sports will work for arm wrestling as well. You're still every session you're still working your muscles. Your tendons are taking a lot of load, but muscles are still working. So I always say saunas, cold baths, cold showers, all those things. Massage. Physical therapy, all those things will definitely work. Like how would look like normal session for us, like in a week? Once a week we will go in a sauna for 2 hours. And we will do like 20 minutes in, and then we do cold plunge in really cold water. Then go back and forth.
Después al agua fría.
Sometimes we'll do it more. After every training session, a little bit of stretching. Soft tissue work, so we'll have like physio balls, just work on that and things like that. Massage guns. So you think about, like, if you think about yourself as an athlete, you will do those things. Then it comes, of course, supplementation. You know, you need to have all the vitamins. All those supplements that are made for joints, they will help. They don't help that much, but it's like not eating protein and thinking you're going to build. So you need to take some of these, like I like Flexit, Animal Flex. Because they will give what the joint needs, right? Just the classic sleep. If you can get good sleep, just go. Everyone's like, yeah, sleep. But think about it, like it's exactly the same as everyone else. Everyone's asking, like, what's the best diet? There is no best diet. There's literally no best diet. Everything you will do, you can do what bodybuilders are doing, you can do what strongmen are doing, you can do what regular people are doing, and it will still work. You just need to give your body what it needs. If you don't feed it, it's just not going to get better, right?
Para una semana de trabajo, ¿nos podríais decir unos entrenamientos? ¿Qué sería una semana completa para
full training week?
Full training week? Okay. My guys, they will train 3 times a week. It will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But these most of the guys, like Giannis will train 5, 6 times. I will train 5, 6 times as well. But if it's like novice amateurs, they will train 3 times a week. On Friday, they will do gym training, and then they will. But everyone who's more serious, they will do just 3 gym sessions or 4 gym sessions. It all comes down to how can you recover. If you do not recover from your training, there's no point in doing more training. Everyone's like, oh, there's no such thing as training. There's ineffective and effective training. If your arms hurt, like if you do side pressure, then you go to a practice, your arms are totally destroyed, and then you think you're going to do some more, you're not helping yourself because you're increasing your time for recovery for, let's say, 3 days to 2 weeks, right? To be at this position, you need 2 weeks now. So it all will come down, like, you can write things down, you can set up a schedule, but it will come down like, do you feel good or do you feel bad? Like, does this hurts? If this hurts, don't do it. You know? And it all comes down to this. And everyone has an ego, and it's very easy to push through. But I always like, my thinking is, I want to be better in next training session. I'm not interested in being better today. Because we don't get stronger when we train. We get stronger when we train. Like it's no. There's a lot of guys that will train just table practice once a week. You know, and they don't need. Then there's like Devin who pulls pretty much every day for 2 hours or something. Same. And because he can recover. Like most people just cannot recover, and that's the thing. There's a good quote. Treat yourself like someone you're responsible taking care of, right? What advice would you give? If you're like, oh my God, my arms are hurting, you wouldn't give him advice. Go train some biceps, right? You take a day off, until tomorrow, or maybe do something else. You can always do something else, but there is, I would say, positive and negative training. And if we just all the time we are destroyed and you go to practices, your arms hurt, it shouldn't be like that. For me, it was long time, years, because I thought that's the norm. I thought it's the norm. And then Mindaugas Teresites gave me the best advice out of nowhere. He came to Mindaugas. So he came to Riga for a practice. After that, we went to sauna. I'm standing there and I'm doing this, and he's like, does your arms hurt? Yes. And he's like, they shouldn't. I'm like, yeah, they shouldn't. And since then, I kind of like, the pain. Godzilla likes to say no pain, no gain, and just go hard. it
Sin
doesn't work in
dolor,
real life for most
no ganamos
people.
nada,
My
pero para
interest
él
in
no es
arm
así.
wrestling is not to give advice to one person, but what will work for general.
Mi interés no es dar consejos
Not
para una
everyone,
persona,
like some
pero
people
lo que
can
funcionará
train
para
3 times a
casi
week
todos.
and it will be great. Some can do 4 and it will be great.
Unos
But
pueden hacer
some
3,
just need 2
de puta
and
madre,
it will be
otros
also
pueden hacer 4
great. You
también.
just need to understand where you are.
Tienes que saber dónde estás.
Okay. Big thing is right now is I would say conditioning. Conditioning is just being able to hold everything you do.
Estar condicionado, poder aguantar.
We will like my training sessions would be like I would give my guys like 8 exercises, every exercise
Yo
6
doy a mis
sets of 10
atletas
reps.
8 ejercicios.
It's not 6 sets of 10 reps.
Ah, ok. 6 series de 10 repeticiones.
Insane volume.
Mucho
And
volumen.
you don't go that hard that you kill yourself, but you go hard enough that you can grow. And next time
No
you
vas
can do
tan
better.
duro que te mates,
And then
pero vas
as
al límite
in
para que puedas
every
crecer.
progression with any sport, you start with high volume and you end with high intensity.
Como
So
cualquier progresión en cualquier deporte,
you move
empiezas con
bigger
volumen
weights for
alto
less
y
reps.
después aumentas la intensidad.
yeah.
Pregúntale si tiene la técnica, el top roll, ¿tienes que entrenar luego el hook o si no, normalmente si siempre entras en el top roll? Tu técnica en general es top roll. Y luego ya, si tienes que entrenar también el hook o...
He's asking if your technique is just top roll and you also have to train the hook.
It's a good question.
Es buena pregunta.
Because I think it's better to have one ace
Yo creo que es mejor tener
Yeah.
uno que tienes
than 2 10s.
que dos dieces.
Because if you have everything, you really don't have how many people in our sport can do well-rounded? It's such a small number. It's like so.
¿Cuánta gente en nuestro
It's
deporte
like 10 people
puede?
in the world that can
se
top
pueden
roll
por
as
todo.
good as they can hook and
Hay
press.
muy poca gente que puede hacer el top roll igual que pueden hacer el hook.
But there's so many specialists.
Pero hay muchos especialistas.
Like they can do one move really well.
Un movimiento lo hacen
Of course,
muy bien.
Giannis, top
Giannis, por
specialist.
ejemplo,
You will never see Giannis
especialista en top
intentionally
roll.
hooking.
Nunca verás a Giannis haciendo
It's
el hook.
1% of the time when it's nothing else will work. He
1%
knows
del
this will
tiempo
fail. He
cuando
will
sabe que el top
try
roll
to
no funciona.
But this will work with 99%.
Pero esto
right?
funciona con 99%.
So it's better to have this. In a practice, you can also train. You
En
can
el
try a
entreno
little
puedes
bit.
entrenar,
But if you invest more time in
pero
building
si
one
inviertes
technique,
más tiempo en
you'll
una
get better at
técnica,
one technique. And that's for
Saldrá
everyone.
mejor.
And everyone will have that one technique from the start.
y todos pues, hasta tener esa técnica, si es la mejor técnica para ti desde el principio.
We always like everyone who comes to my training. I don't give hook press or something. We start with top roll. Everyone starts
Todos
with
los
top
que
roll.
vienen a entrar conmigo,
You
empezamos
will
con
train
top roll.
top roll, and then you go to competition. Let's say in 3-4 months. And in
Los 3 meses
competition,
vas a
that doesn't
competir.
work. But something else works. We know where your technique is. But top roll will give you, first of all, it will give you table feel. You will understand where
Top
everything
roll,
is.
vas a
It will
saber
give you
dónde está
hand
toda la
control. You
mesa,
understand better how to move,
vas a tener
how
más
to
control de la mano,
manipulate
cómo
joints.
manipular las
Because if you start with the hook,
Si empiezas con
hook
el
is
hook,
very, it's very. You have to
Es
say
muy-
pushy. It's all about.
Estás apretando.
It's all about being able to push, not control, right?
no es de control.
And then very rarely you will see like hook pullers will increase where they can control their opponents in the hook. Usually they
verás a gente que
control
puede
with top roll.
controlar
So my advice for everyone:
el hook.
you start with top roll and then you figure out like if the
Pero
press
muchas
is the
veces
press,
empezar con el top roll.
you go for press and you work on it. But you will have all this already left with you.
Pero
And it's very easy.
si te
Like,
sirve el press,
whatever works in
vale,
competition, you will
pero
say that's the move.
también tendrás un buen top roll.
Y otra cosa que quería preguntarle también es que, por ejemplo, en mi caso, yo tengo, por ejemplo, con la derecha tiro por arriba y con la izquierda por dentro. A la hora de entrenar, porque muchas veces, por ejemplo, entrenas, por ejemplo, top roll y luego con la izquierda por costumbre, normalmente, sí que ya, luego ya, es que aunque no es tu general técnica, pues te entrenas también. En este caso, que si uno tiene, por ejemplo, con la derecha, tira con el top roll, con la izquierda con el hook, ¿qué se puede, en este caso, qué es lo que, algún consejo?
So he does right top roll, left
Yeah.
hook.
Yeah.
And he's like, when I train, sometimes I train his top roll, and because I've been switched hands,
Yeah.
how should he navigate that?
I think arm wrestling has the same fundamentals and everything.
Ya lo hace, tiene los mismos fundamentales.
It's everything, like, doesn't matter. If you're top rolling, your arm starts here, right? If you're hooking here, if you're pressing, it starts here. So you need this stronger. For hook, it's going to be small differences where your arm is a little bit more supinated, so you supinate and vice versa a little bit more, and that's the only difference. Maybe more hold with this, top roll more hold with this. And pretty much in every training you can add those things, and it's not a bad thing to add those things in training. You can do like multi-spinner stuff where it goes through small fingers. Because even in a top roll you want this, but in a hook you just need it more, right? So a lot of people think it's like day and night top roll and hook training, top roll and hook training. Of course, you need little changes, but those changes are usually done on table. Like right now, this is hook and press, and this is went back and it's 100% top roll. But I train both of them like they're top roll.
Este es todo top roll y este es hook y press.
I will just do maybe a few exercises where it's a little bit more here and more here. So you can accent those things where you're actually working on. But it's like fundamentals doesn't change. Train wrist, train fingers, train everything here, train brachials, train bicep. And on table, you just use it differently.
En la mesa lo empleas de otra manera.
Everything is right. Чтобы круг блокировать.
Да, ну по-русски. Да. Если блокируешь, вот, не даешь войти в крюк, ты заблокировал крюковика. Что крюковику делать?
He's asking if someone is blocking hook, what should we do? What does a hook puller do, right? So usually the way to block hook is so you can go for hook.
Yeah.
I'll go with that low. I will do low hand so I can take away the small finger so he doesn't have the rotation.
Voy a tener mi mano hacia abajo para que pueda quitar el meñique y después voy a tirar así.
Yeah. So most of the time, easiest way to get it is the strap. Get the strap.
Más fácil es el strap.
In a strap, everything is closer, and you can have this.
Todo está más cerca.
Even when you will not have the full cup, you can get your side pressure in and block him right.
Aunque no tienes todo el cup, puedes coger el side pressure y bloquearle.
Because it's you need stronger hand to be able to get over someone. Like there's just guys that actually doing it better. But first, like if you try to hold on to them, that's all they want. If like I will hook you and you'll do my low hand top roll. Low hand, no. This goes here. Yeah. So and I'm just holding on, and there's like this. I have to go with it. If I cannot escape, it's done. Because I'm the one holding on. So if I get the strap, in the strap, even if he can go there, I can maybe cup him from this position because I can still maintain my position with a straight wrist. So it all comes down to how much strength you have, strap will help, and figuring out where you can attack. Like sometimes the pronator is very good, and I don't have to attack the pronator.
Es muy fuerte y no voy a atacar el pronador, pero puedo atacar con el side pressure.
So you can go here, you can go here, yes, but you have to figure out which is the best.
Tienes que averiguar cómo sería mejor contra el frente.
Sometimes it's important to look for the straps, right? But if you have small hands, it's a lot harder. If your opponent has huge hands that cover you easily, what would you do if you had small hands to slip intentionally?
See, my problem is for slipping, I have a big hand, and it's easy for someone to hold on to me because I have a big hand. And if I try to slip something, they will just do this.
Preguntando qué tengo que hacer si tengo manos pequeñas para controlar el strap. Está diciendo que es más difícil para él porque tiene la mano más grande.
I would say my suggestion is training. In a practice, just
Claro que lo entrenas.
If we both are here, we're starting.
Estamos dos aquí, entrenas.
And you will figure out where they can get you, where they cannot get
Vas a averiguar dónde te pueden pillar.
It comes down to just being fast. If you are already low, just do this. If you saw nothing, they're like, yeah, strap. It's very hard to tell like what to do. But you can be slow. You cannot be slow.
Pero no puedes ser lento.
Here.
Tienes que ser súper rápido.
Questions? Anything?
¿Cómo te cansas más rápido? ¿Cómo te cansas más rápido, tirando o aguantando?
¿Qué piensas tú de estos dos entrenos de pronador? El primero con la mancuerna, rodeando, y el segundo con la cinta. ¿Cuál es el mejor para ti?
Para pronadores.
¿Qué piensas de estos dos entrenos y después
One with the dumbbell and one with... El otro con el strap, dices.
con el strap?
Sí, one with the strap, one with the dumbbell. One for the pronator.
Oh, what's the difference, or what's?
¿Cuál es
Sí,
mejor?
sí, ¿cuál es el mejor y qué diferente?
What's better and which is...
There is no better. There is
No hay
what
mejor.
you need. So
Es lo que necesitas.
if you take something like a dumbbell or like
coges una mancuerna.
you think this, yeah, right? Okay. So right now I have to hold it, so my fingers are working,
Ahora
right?
mis dedos están trabajando
So
porque
I
tengo que
will
aguantarlo.
learn to pronate by holding on to
Estoy
something.
aprendiendo a
If
hacer
that's how you
pronador,
pull, that is
pronación,
great.
agarrando.
But if
Quiero decir, porque con la mancuerna se trabaja el músculo del agarre y más el pronador, trabajan los dos músculos. En vez con la cinta trabaja solo el pronador.
So he's saying with a dumbbell, you're working the hand and the pronation, whereas with the strap, it's just the pronation.
yes, it depends what you want.
Pero depende de lo que
If
buscas.
you need more pronate, like if I need more pronation, I don't care about the hand. I just need pronated,
Si
right?
quiero
puede
más
ser
pronación, no me importa la mano.
No puede ser peligroso no con la mancuerna, porque trabajando la agarre en contemporáneo, el pronador, no puede ser peligroso para la muñeca.
Can it be dangerous for the wrist, training that with the dumbbells?
If you put on too big weights.
Si coges demasiado peso.
Everything can be dangerous if
Todo
you're
puede ser
not used
peligroso
to
si no
it.
estás acostumbrado.
You will see guys doing like, I don't know, Dave Chafee, he did like
Verás a gente
16
como de
kilos
Chafee,
like this,
16 kilos así,
you know, and it's not dangerous because he's
y es
used to it.
peligroso porque está
So the
acostumbrado.
problem is usually if you take big weights and you start doing these exercises,
Si coges
like,
mucho peso y
and
empiezas a
you
hacer
feel
este
like
entrenos
pain,
y notas
just
dolor en la
weight is too
muñeca,
big. So you go down on
Paso
weight,
peso,
you
bajas
do
de
more
peso,
reps, sets you
haces
condition
más
your wrist.
repeticiones con
Because
menos peso.
this is also not natural position. Our
Esto no es
body
una
doesn't
posición
like it
natural.
when something is
El
there.
cuerpo no le gusta.
I actually don't do these.
Yo no lo hago.
I will never give someone to do these.
Yo no me voy a dar este ejercicio a mis atletas.
Yeah, because I don't want to be squeezing something and then doing.
No
And
quiero estar agarrando nada y
plus
después
it's the point of rotation. I have to. So the max tension will stop here.
Max
there's
tension
more
para aquí.
I will, and from here
Así que
it's just going to
después
get
va
easier,
bajando
and from
la
here it's just
tensión.
going to go over, right? So
Porque
for me, it's kind of waste of time that I'm doing.
es una pérdida de tiempo.
It's not bad
Para
when you
la
don't
mancuerna.
have anything else to do.
No
but
es
it's
malo
good.
si no tienes otra cosa.
With
pero
strap, you can put something else. You can have more rotation from
Puedes
here
tener más rotación con
over
el
and
strap.
all those things. So
Entonces, tú dices que esto con la mancuerna es inútil.
No he dicho inútil, he dicho que él no lo da.
No lo hace, no lo hace. No, vabbè, no, quiero esto
No lo
solo.
hace y no lo da.
Bueno, ok,
Porque por
perfecto.
eso, por el ángulo. Porque pierde fuerza justo después de este ángulo, ya no tiene
A mí
más.
tampoco me gusta, lo estoy haciendo porque quiero saberlo.
Con strap dice, claro, tienes más
Es una buena
rotación.
Mucha más rotación también.
Gracias.
Depende también de si es solo con el strap en el pulgar o si es como con el huevo ese de Mazurenko, es diferente también, porque con la mancuerna solo, ¿sabes? No sé.
Better with the strap.
I also think it's better with the strap with different variations because it all depends on what you want to achieve. If I'm pulling in a hook and I always catch guys here, I need to have my pronation to be strongest at this position, right? If I'm top rolling, I need to be strong from here to keep the pressure and then to actually pronate someone. So with the strap, I can manipulate that.
Vale, con el strap puedes manipular,
with
si tienes el top roll, está aquí.
I can't work this part, right? I have to be in a decline. So
Sí, con la mancuerna no puedes trabajar.
it's like a
esa
general
posición.
exercise that everyone thinks it's not good. Strap is better.
Strap is better. Strap mejor que la mancuerna.
We all agree? We all agree? Yes.
Strap mejor que la mancuerna.
About the strap in a match. So sometimes I'm feeling better with the strap, and sometimes feeling better without. So like I said, Tom, I think so. It's the strap is better for the strongest, but I don't know if it's always this way. So I mean, sometimes I feel better with the strap, and sometimes no.
Oh, you pull top roll? Okay. So strap will always help top roller.
El strap siempre ayuda al top roll.
If you're a good top roller, so my tips for strap. Can someone please? Do you have maybe smaller one?
I don't. I can bring mine. I wasn't doing
Okay.
it.
So let's change positions. Let's change positions. Yeah. So my tip for. So what I do, and if you see like some of my videos of pulling, I will always have a buckle.
Siempre voy a tener
I will have buckle on my hand
esto en mi
because it's uncomfortable.
Porque es incómodo.
And problem is a lot of times guys will always jump to put the buckle on their opponent's hand.
Muchas veces otros
And
van a saltar
it's a
para
big
poner.
disadvantage if you are top roller and you're not used to pulling with the strap. You will
si eres
always
top
have problem with it because it will pull you like, let's say this much lower, and it's a big difference for you to get that position for top roller, right? But if you practice with it, you will understand where it is and everything else. So now I pull better when buckle is on my hand than it's on the opponent. It just feels natural. So strap, usually if you're a top roller, you can open your arm and just go back. Just go back. That's all you do, right? And
Si eres
it's
top
pulling me
roller,
out
puedes abrir la mano y
of
tirar
position.
así.
It's just pulling me out of position. So
te tiro de
if we're
posición.
both top rolling and he has more power
nosotros
here,
hacemos top roll
and I'm
y yo
not
tengo más fuerza
contesting
aquí
him here,
y no me está condensando aquí,
he will just, it will feel like it's just too much,
va a
right?
sentir como demasiado y
If you're pulling a hook and you, like
Si
I get
tienes
the
el
strap,
hook,
what I
tengo el strap,
want is my
lo que
wrist to
busco,
be closer to his wrist.
quiero que mi
it
muñeca
doesn't
está más
matter.
cerca a su
Even here,
muñeca.
when he asked about like take a low hand, like even if you take a low hand, I can still put my wrist so close. Give me the center.
Aunque yo cojo la mano más abajo,
And now
voy
I
a tener la
can-
muñeca muy cerca
now
con el strap.
Even he gets this, I can still hold
Aunque
position.
tiro hacia atrás, él puede
Right?
hacer posición.
Because my wrist is closer. That's what you're
Porque mi
looking
muñeca
for.
está más cerca.
In a hook, because in a hook there's no real advantage. The only advantage is
El
if
hook no hay
I'm
ventaja.
pulling down, I can pull him down, especially you go up
Ah.
and I'm going down. So I can pull you down, right? But
Así que si yo tiro
you,
hacia
you
arriba,
still,
él puede empujar
you
hacia
still
abajo.
get to engage his back pressure through my side pressure.
Él tiene que activar mi back pressure con su side pressure.
Helps if the strap is lower.
Ayuda si el strap está más abajo.
Like you can see mine is higher, his is lower. So for me it will be.
El mío está más arriba, el mío está más
Take a little
abajo.
grip, take a little grip.
Yo cojo más
Take
abajo.
higher, yeah. And if I can't even top roll because I'm
Él
so
no puede
much
hacer top
lower
roll
in the strap.
porque
If
el
my
strap
strap would
está-
be here, it would be much easier for me to top roll. So
Porque el strap está más
try
arriba, no
to
puede hacer top roll.
cheat your way to a higher,
Así
lower
que
strap.
tenéis que hacer trampas hasta que el strap está más abajo. So the strap will go up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Así que el strap
Almost,
está un poco
almost
más abajo.
always you want it lower.
Casi
Good
siempre quieres el
referee-
strap abajo.
Good referee will make sure it's the same height for both of them.
Un buen árbitro va a poner la misma altura para los dos.
The issue is, depending what you want, once it's been tightened, if you move around
Oh,
and
yeah.
you get it retightened, it will come up.
It will come
El
up.
problema
So if
es
you don't want
que
it up,
si
you
le
want to
ponen,
start and get going.
tienes un poco de juego y después la apretan otra vez, va a subir.
The lowest position that you agree to
1 inch. 1 inch.
This is my finger's too fat.
Un pulgar, dos
We are
centímetros y medio
generally
de...
2 fingers, this one's too skinny.
Right here.
1 inch.
So not here.
1 inch from where?
Here.
One inch from the bend.
Where this is.
1 inch there. If you're looking what I would do, if
Bueno,
I'm
un
doing it,
pulgar,
I
dos
put the fingers
centímetros y
there and
medio
I
desde
wrap
aquí.
the strap there.
El strap, el máximo que puedes tener abajo.
That high will be right up on the joint, yeah.
Y arriba sería aquí arriba en la articulación. Así que aquí o aquí.
In a strap, it's like for me, I feel 2 times stronger in a strap.
En el strap me siento 2 veces más fuerte.
I don't know why my fingers are strong, but in a strap it
No sé
just
por qué,
feels
si me
much
siento
better.
más
Because
fuerte,
I don't have to hold them. Everything
tengo
is
que
already
aguantarme,
in my hand.
tengo todo ya en la mano.
Most of the time, just a stronger joint guy, like you will have more control, more
Si
everything.
se me fuerte la articulación, pues
I would recommend to everyone, and there's a lot of people that will be amazing without the strap. They're just like.
hay muchos que son muy
But the
buenos sin el
problem
strap.
is if you're doing this to me all the time, I'm not gonna hold on. Like,
Si siempre haces
you
esto
know,
a mí,
I'm,
no te voy a
I'm
aguantar.
not gonna hold on, and then we're gonna get the strap,
Y vamos a conseguir el strap.
and then it's not gonna be a good day for you.
Y después no vas a tener buen día.
Think about this. Look at the matches, especially on highest levels. It's 95% or even more goes to strap. It's almost every match
Si
will go
miras
to strap.
los partidos
I am
de
right,
alto nivel,
right?
casi 90%
Almost
más
every
van al
match
strap
on
siempre.
highest level goes to strap.
A lot of them do, yeah.
Let's say 90%. Yeah,
La
majority.
mayoría van al
Right?
strap siempre.
So if you don't practice with the strap,
Así que si no practicas
and
con
you
el
don't feel
strap,
comfortable with the
y
strap,
si no estás cómodo con el strap,
it's going to be a big problem,
vas a tener un gran problema.
right?
A lot of people now are talking about statics. Reno Max is talking about he only trained his formation statically. How important for you is to train statics?
¿A qué importancia das el entreno isométrico, estático?
So again, it's simple rules of training. Static training, we can hold bigger weights for longer time. It's pretty much we can do more work without actually doing the work. So with statics, you need to understand one thing and one thing only. You will only get in a stronger position where you hold it. And the problem is, what I see a lot of times, guys will, let's say, they use back pressure, and they will take it out and they will hold it like this, and then they will go arm wrestle like this. And their strongest position is here. When it's too late. Almost every position in arm wrestling, you do separation, you start with a static. Everything is static. If you start like this, right, and then someone puts you, a referee puts you like this, you have all this gap where you're weak. So static training is a very good way approach to do it because you can do a lot of work. You can do, like, let's say, the whole session. You can do big weights for 5 seconds or work up to 30 seconds. And you can do it pretty much 2 days later again. With no muscles pain. Because, but it will just get better at those positions where you work.
Pero solo estás más fuerte en esas posiciones. Pero claro, puedes hacer más trabajo.
If you're pulling a top roller and you want to hook him and he's pulling backwards before the go, and the referee is like elbows down, and you're like try to contain him, what can you do? Like
I would not fight. If he keeps pulling that, I'm too weak. I cannot put my elbow down. I cannot put my elbow down. And then referee's either gonna be like, hey, put your elbow down, I'll put my elbow, and then he keeps, and then he will pay more attention to the guy that is doing this, right? If that doesn't work,
the referee's not here, you know.
I know.
He's right.
Don't be a dick, okay? That's what. If you're being a dick, just do it. No one. Like,
si alguien está tirando así, lo que dijo era, soy débil, levanto el codo, soy débil.
There's subtle things.
Y después el árbitro mira al otro.
Yeah, we're taking grip, and the referee's right there, and right before the goal, I feel like it's gonna be ready. Yeah, it's like right before the goal. No one saw it. It's fine. But if you just keep fighting for it, I'm not gonna fight for that.
No voy a luchar.
So either it's gonna be referee's grip, straps,
or referee's grip or strap.
But don't fight.
And if it's the other way around, if you're a person who wants to just stand straight like this, and you've had someone constantly going over and taking your,
yes.
and you just want to start exactly straight like that.
You tell the referee, I'm not doing anything. I'm right there.
And
again, referees are experienced. They have seen matches before. And if they're good, they will respond well. They'll be like, hey, like, stop, warning. And eventually, like, it comes down to.
Sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes, literally, they say you must take a grip, and you say I can't take a grip. And he's like this, and he says take a grip, and my hand's like this, and I say I can't take a grip. You must take a grip.
You can't win them all. You can't win all the referees. It's very hard to, like, there's good referees and there's people who are just becoming better referees, in my opinion. So don't think that anything here is going to be fair. There's nothing's going to be fair, honestly. There's nothing. You have to fight. You have to understand the position. Like, if the referee is not responding and the guy is doing it, you have to fight for it. You have to fight for it. And we see sometimes guys are too passive when they don't need to be passive. So you need to recognize when the referee is going to do his job like he needs to do, when the other guy is fighting and when he's not fighting. Because sometimes the guys will just come right there. And they will see, ready, go, boom, everything's done, no problems. And then you will see guys that have a lot of problems.
Can I just pick up on one thing he said? Because he said about, I can't take a grip. Yeah. The referee cannot help you. It is your job to take that grip. We cannot help you. We are there to enforce the rules. We can't say, oh no, do it like this. We can't tell you what to do. It's your job. And then you can grip your arm. If you take the grip, then we correct the grip and get everything fair. But if you're saying, oh, I can't get a grip, it's your job to get the grip, not mine for you.
Yeah, I know, but if he's quicker at like getting in that position and won't let you let go of it.
That's a whole different story. about all that thing, but the referee was saying the referee can't help you. You say I can't get a grip. It's not my job to teach you how to referee, how to arm wrestle, when I get that grip.
Well, then
Es el trabajo del árbitro enseñaros a...
you might be too nice, and then in that case you've got to be.
Don't be nice. I would say don't be nice. You'll compare that.
Say recognize when you can be nice and when you don't have to be nice.
Reconocer cuando podéis ser simpáticos y...
Arm wrestling is still like there's 4 people involved in every match.
Hay 4 personas que están...
You have to play the game. You have to recognize. You have to understand what you can do, what you cannot do. You know.
But from a referee's point of view, going on what you said, is if someone's having trouble getting the grip, 9 times out of 10, it's because they're slow taking the grip. They sort of offer their hand, and the other guy gets what he wants. They offer their hand, the other gets get in there first.
Si no coge un agarre, porque eres
get in there first.
And if you want the referee, for example,
así que mejor ser rápido.
and what do you want me to do? Just be like this then for like 30 seconds, yeah.
No, not even 30 seconds. We don't wait 30 seconds. It's up to 30 seconds. If you're messing around, we will just stop and go.
I told them, like, sometimes you will see, like, straight away. Like, they will take in 5 seconds, you're like, these guys are not going to take a grip, right? Or this guy's trying to get a referee's grip.
A veces, cuando soy árbitro, lo noto en 5 segundos. Estos no van a coger un pam. Ya lo sé, referee's grip.
And if you're in the referee's grip and you want to start with the knuckles high, like not covering his knuckle.
You have to ask for
okay, but they're like they're pulling your.
Most of the time, referees will put you here in the low time. A lot of people are not very comfortable there, and they have problems. And then they will close and they will do this. And they will have a foul for moving.
Vale.
You have to communicate. And they will try to make it as fair as possible. Maybe you will not have this kind of grip, you will have it like this, which is good.
Igualarlo lo máximo posible.
If for example, like, because in my case my arm's really, really long and my other opponents are really short, they always want me to pull. Well, no, for me it's a disadvantage. They want me always to put my elbow back. So obviously, and the shorter person will get the good pose, and I will be back and down. Can they not? Can I ask the ref if he can adjust his elbows, well, not just mine?
See, the problem is, like, if you've got a longer forearm, there's no other way to get it fair, and they're gonna look for the weapon.
But as you say, if they break what you've tried to get, then
that is the thing you have to adapt in the sport. If you're in your class, you're gonna face guys that are lower than you, shorter than you. You have to learn how to be comfortable in this position, because there's no other way to. They cannot put you here because you're gonna be here, right? In any way, you're always gonna be there.
They can send him back a little bit. That's what I mean.
Send him back?
Yeah, send his elbow back instead of having him right up front. You know what I mean?
But usually they will put the weapon because you have a longer forearm.
Again, yeah. The referee's job is to get it in the centre. If someone's got a very short forearm, you put them back, you bring them down. And you don't want to bring him down because he's already too low. So the only way to get the long arm down is take the long arm back. If you put the other guy's back arm back, it brings him even lower. Your elbow, we have to go back even further.
And vice versa, can you oblige him to come up if he wants to, if he's hiding his thumb, coming backwards, can you oblige him to come up?
I mean, el que tiene el brazo más corto, ya saca el codo, detrás el codo aquí atrás. Si el árbitro le puede obligar al más bajo, tener el brazo, el codo más enfrente, para tenerlo más arriba para el más alto.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
We're not so much obliging people, our job is to get it in the centre.
As I'm saying, if you see that he could come forward instead of just sending me back, would you bring him forward, or would you just keep telling me to go back?
Well, right, when you say he, which one are we talking about now? Yeah, but right, if it's not centre, we look at where the elbows are and we make a decision from that point which one's to move. So every circumstance is different. But generally, if it's one guy with a very short arm, he's got to be right forward. He might not want to be, but we want him forward. We want him to come up as much as possible, and the other guy's going to have to come down. That's really the only way to do it. Is one has to come up, one has to. When there's a big difference in that in length, yeah.
Está claro. Creo que depende.
Как часто ты на столе тренируешься? Лично ты?
А я уже сказал, 3 раза в неделю.
3 раза в неделю на столе. А на тренажерах?
Почти Все загротнее семья.
А как же перед столом не отдыхаешь, получается?
Ну я так отработал, что сейчас могу. Пока не могу. Сейчас. Sorry, he asked about
Flop press. Flop press.
When everything else fails, just flop press.
¿Cómo hacemos el flop press?
How do I explain this? There's a lot of people, and becoming more and more, that are really good at flop press.
Hay mucha gente y va habiendo más y más que son muy buenos con el
It's a
flop press.
really good way again to surprise your opponent.
Es
Because
muy
if you expect
muy
something
buena
else,
manera de
you drop
sorprender a tu
down.
oponente.
It's very good. Problem is, the risk of injury is very high. This is
El
why we
problema
don't
es que
have that
tiene
much
muy alto
flop pressers.
riesgo
We
de
have very
lesionarse.
little. We have one very good flop press in Latvia, Arnis. He
Tenemos
just
Arnis, que es muy bueno en
left
flop press.
hand,
Acaba de ganar
like open title. He got second place in 90 kilo class, and then he went in open. He beat Sanders. He beat North. He beat everyone. And the thing is, because of his style, like he started like this, and he just got better and better and didn't get injured, right? The longer competition goes, stronger he gets because he doesn't care. He just everyone else gets tired with the back
Algunos se cansan al brazo, pero él sigue.
If you're one of those individuals that can do it,
Si eres alguien que puede hacer buen
you practice it
flop
and you
press,
get
lo
better. Like
practicas,
everything. If you don't practice it, you will not get better.
Si no lo practicas, no
He
mejoras.
pretty much pulls like that all the time. Even in practices, he just gets like he doesn't care. He goes like this, and not everyone can do it. But it's a thing that I don't know how to explain. You don't really train flop press. You kind of you go like, oh, I have this.
Es algo que, de repente,
Because it's sometimes a scary feeling when your wrist is here and you're pulling down and you think like, oh, you have some pain, you're gonna give up. And some people don't have any pain there.
Algunos no tienen dolor aquí.
It's like winning is good, but it's not like beautiful. It's like the same thing as King's Move, right?
Ganar es mejor.
It's
Está bien,
ugly,
pero no
but
es,
it works.
no
It's
es
like
bonito, es como el King's
it's
Move.
like a kick in the nuts.
Como una patada.
But most of the, like it all depends on how much do you want to win, right? How important is winning that match and that particular day is for you. If someone takes everything from you and you just dive in and try this and maybe you win this match, okay, you can do it. But maybe you will stretch out your forearms so much that you cannot train. You might get injured and some other things will happen. So it's all about plus and minuses. And it's you have to figure out what do you want. Do you want to win this match or you want to win?
Depende de qué quieres. ¿Quieres ganar sí o sí?
¿Quién pierde más rápido las fuerzas? ¿El que aguanta o el que empuja? Si tenemos que decir esto. ¿Me entiendes? Si están dos, uno intenta más aguantar, por ejemplo, de principio, ¿quién tiene la ventaja? ¿El que aguanta o el que empuja?
The guy who's holding. This is like if I'm holding and I'm making a king's move. You know what? Everyone knows what's the difference with the king's move and open on top. King's move, arm doesn't bend, so arm stays here. So it's my end range, right? If I'm here and I'm holding, I'm working my brachialis, I'm working my biceps, I'm working my pronator, brachioradialis. Like 4 muscles are involved in this. And if you're just keep your wrist, just go for it. Just, and you're just pushing down. The only thing that's working, if I can get out, is his pronator, and he's pushing down. Not even with triceps, he's just leaning into it. And chest is working because he has to keep the position, but he's literally in the joint. Like you're pressing because my arm doesn't go here, right? Take your arm and pull me to the side like this. Just go. No, take my wrist and just pull me to the side. See, it just stays there because I'm pressing down. So this is end range of my body. It's just gonna stay there. Of course, it's not gonna be tight. It might be stiff after we stop, right? But the guy that's holding, he's gonna drain much faster. This is why, if you have the chance, and we saw this, like great match was Jerry versus Gennady. Gennady thought he could point Jerry here, and he cannot get out. And then great match, I think, like great example was Hermes Hermes got out, they chafed straight away. He got out here and he got the control here. Because as soon as you lose your shoulder, oh my God, the power it takes to get back to this position is insane. Right? What we always want in arm wrestling, we want everything to be here. As soon as something gets here, it's very hard to get it back. I think everyone watched East versus West, Sasha versus Paul Lynn. When Paul Lynn beautifully, Paul rotated him here and pulled him, and Sasha went like this outside of his shoulder, and he's just holding on, and And first he got him, and then he got a little tired, and then he got him back. But the way to beat him was to get him out of shoulder. If he would have gone like this, Sasha would have been in, and I think the scenario would be completely different. But the thing is, as soon as you get your shoulder, you're in a match. And you will see in a long hook matches, whoever has this, who can rotate and get outside, they will have upper arm, right? Only maybe if you're not Frode. Frode can hold here forever. But most of the time, this is a huge disadvantage. You want to keep your shoulder. Because you're out of options. Your muscles are not holding, you're so away, you're completely open, you're not here, okay? So keeping the shoulder in is almost. And this is why the pressers want to be like this. Because you want that shoulder. If they're straight out like this, they cannot do it, because then, right, arm stays, shoulder goes in. Questions?
Hombro dentro, descansas menos.
About training, what do you think about pronation around the wrist for hookers? Is useful, or is only useful for...
Everyone needs pronation. Everyone needs pronation. Every hook match, as soon as it stops, hook, can you go in a hook? So what I'm trying to do, I will work with my small finger, block him here, and not allow him to take my pronator, so I have full control on his bicep. I can open him up very easy here. So, and it's not because I'm pressing, I'm pulling, or it's because my pronation holds. If my pronation doesn't hold, I cannot do the same thing, because look how his arm is turned. There's no way I can open up like this. But if I can get here, right? So you need pronation everywhere. Train in different specific ways as you can, isolated, compound movements, anything. Pronation. There's a reason why all these strongmen come to our sport and they cannot do shit. It's one big reason. They have no pronator, they don't have no wrist. Okay? All they know is how to squeeze things. And in honestly, we literally never squeeze things. We just then you go, right? Everyone's like, there's guys that have great grip strength, but that's not an indicator of anyone's ability to arm wrestle. Because everyone's like, oh, you're an arm wrestler, you must have great grip strength. No.
No tienes que tener buen agarre para ser bueno en luchador.
Because most of the time you just want to control them, you want to hook them. So you work with the pronator, with the wrist, with the fingers in specific positions. And those are the things that everyone undertrains. It's wrist and pronator. Everyone's like, I'm losing my wrist all the time. What should I do?
Entrena la muñeca. Si pierdes la muñeca, entrena la muñeca.
Respecto a las piernas o por operación de las piernas.
Okay, very basic. Let's say for first timers, I will teach this for someone who just starts arm wrestling.
Para principiantes.
One arm here, one leg here, hip goes here. So if I'm here, I cannot get away from table. And I will teach. And the problem is with beginners, whatever they do, they will do this. Everyone will get away. This, as much as it sometimes feels comfortable, it's not because you're allowing your arm to stay there alone. Your body is somewhere else, maybe a different time zone, and it's like this. And it's just, if you're here and your combat's on the table, this is the most classic way. Because now I can engage top row, I can engage hook, because I have one good line, okay? If you're a top roller, usually it will be like this. One leg forward, pressing in. There's the middle of the table where to press in. So you can use your back pressure more efficiently. But you will not have that much side pressure. Okay, because all the body weight is going back. You put both
Porque
legs
puedes
in
incorporar más atrás.
even more. Sometimes you will see someone will just to get a good top roll, and then they struggle to finish, or they have to reposition the feet to finish. Okay? Because if you're behind the table on that side, more side pressure. If you're here on this side, more back pressure. Pressers, hookers will put their leg like this. I have seen someone who top rolls and they put their leg like this. And I don't understand why, because you cannot be fast and you block yourself everywhere you go because your body is literally where you want to pull your arm. So this will work only for a hook, because now you can actually press your body away on side, right? And with a press as well, like this. I will sometimes use a riser. I pull without it, but when I'm pressing, I like to use riser. Like someone will say nothing changes if I'm here or I'm standing here. I can put my shoulder higher and I can drop my body weight down, okay? So for tall guys, if you're pressing, you don't want to be like this. You want to be as high as possible. This is why you will see some guys will take out, for press, they will take out riser, and when they pull different side, they will not use it. Because for me, if I would put on a riser, I'm really tall.
Riser is a step, right? El escalón.
And I will try to top roll. I am so high that my hip is too high and I cannot go low. This is why you will see like tall guys, Italian athletes, they'll put both legs under, hips really low, like this. So he has space to drop down his body weight. Go side.
Los pies para que pueda hacer ajustes con la cadera, tumbar hacia atrás.
Did that answer? Right positions?
Yes.
¿A qué ejercicio para hook daría más importancia? ¿Controlar y tirar con pronación en pulgar? ¿O de side?
Para conseguir un buen hook.
It depends on what technique is. What are my strengths? He asked like what's better to go here or to go back, right?
No, I think como entrenar dices, ¿con pulgar o...?
Con pulgar. With rotation through the thumb or...
¿Para conseguir el hook o para entrenar?
Or a hook. No, ¿qué importancia le da?
Whatever.
When you're in a hook,
yeah.
The pronation through the thumb, or just side pressure?
My suggestion, rotation. Because if you just go this, you can get stuck. You can put your arm behind your shoulder. You can do the when like it comes with control. You have more control in a hook. You take away more from your opponent. You put him supinate, you put him here, and then you can go sideways. But usually, sometimes guys will just sit here and just do this. When all they need to do is this and a little bit back pressure.
Si solo pones side pressure, solo tienen que ir otro, tienen que hacer poca pronación hacia atrás y no pierdes.
If you're a hooker, how do you set up against another hook? Like you engage the riser or you drop it?
No, don't drop it. No, because you still like, it comes to, some people are like, you want to be with some people wrist to wrist, and with some you want to be palm to palm. Because sometimes like, if we both hook, it's easier to control him here than it's easier for me to get on his arm. Like he will have good position here. No, for like here. He will have so good position, it's very hard for me to go. But it might be better if I go higher. So you kind of need to understand, like, sometimes you will try with someone, it feels terrible, and then you try maybe higher, lower. Some, like the usual, like, wrist to wrist is how hook pulls, right? But if I'm pulling someone against someone who also pulls hook similar to me, I will set up my elbow here, I will take a higher grip, and I will to get this as much as I can. So I can with my supination, with my drag, get his hook. Because he will come in for the hook, and we will end up like this. Okay? So it all depends where you can attack. What's his weakest point? Is it rotation? Is it back pressure? Is it side pressure?
That's back pressure, side pressure. I recommend to grab low on his wrist. If he's gonna let you.
Because he's gonna go the same way you're going, right? So, and it depends. Like if you think you are stronger from here to here, grab low, no problem. But then you're gonna give up this. With higher grip, you can have more. You know, you will go pretty much high hook, you have more protection of the pronate.
So if you grab lower, you sacrifice a little bit of pronation,
yes.
but what do you want?
you have more joint strength because you're closer.
Más abajo tienes más fuerza en la articulación, pero pierdes.
Anything else?
¿Algo más?
I think we talked about that.
I think it is 20 past 8. Your accomplishments in the sport, experience as a competitor and trainer, I think we covered. Training techniques covered. Competition techniques covered. Ratio for gym and table covered. Nutrition, you said, basically a little bit. How to get in the strap. Techniques in the strap, for press. That's what I got.
Yeah, just another one. About the referee's grip again. Sometimes it's better to close first than later, no? Or most of the time I think the people told me it's best close first.
It really depends on how fast you are. Some people really like it when they are the second one that is closed, because then they can just straight from these fingers just attack. You know, and it depends on, like referee can hold close, and then he's still setting up, you know, and then it's even for both of the guys. But it really depends. Some guys, some will intentionally move, like because like if their opponent was closed first, they didn't like it. They want to get close first, so they can maybe get a little bit tighter there, so they will move, get a foul.
Preguntando si es mejor que el árbitro te cierre antes o después en el referee's grip. Y dice que quizás es mejor ser segundo porque justo cuando te cierran los dedos puedes irte y unos, si te cierran antes, pues hacen un poco de juego para que el árbitro te hace segundo y después puede hacerlo.
How can you get faster and more explosive at this time?
¿Cómo puede ser más rápido y explosivo?
That's an excellent question.
Al principio.
Speed is something you cannot really do. Like the speed is, it's such a weird thing.
Velocidad es algo que no puedes
Some people
entrenar.
will just be faster.
Hay gente que
Like
son
I said,
rápidos.
it's just faster. What you can do, you can always get stronger and you can get more coordinated.
Pero puedes estar más fuerte y más coordinado.
When you are really strong and really coordinated, what that means, you know the movement that you're doing and you can do it really fast and powerful. It looks like speed. You will just eat your opponent up because you're that much stronger. But sometimes you will see guys that will always hit the position and then gets dragged back, and they just have that much speed in that position and you cannot do anything. Right? Yes, that's the coordination. That is the coordination. Because if I know what I'm doing, I will be faster than when I don't know what I'm doing. When I'm kind of
Si no sé lo que está haciendo, ¿qué te va a hacer? ¿No te va a hacer top roll?
If you have this one technique where you are really good at, let's say,
Si tienes una técnica que eres muy buena,
like this, like hook, and you're strong in all those positions, you're just going to go faster. Until you encounter someone that's strong, then it's just going to work. But it's coordination, know what you're doing on table, do it really fast. You cannot do something fast if you cannot do it really slow, right? You
No
do it
puedes hacerlo
perfectly
rápido
slow
si no puedes hacerlo
and
muy
get strong.
despacio.
And get
Así
strong.
que aprender a hacerlo muy
A lot of
técnica
times,
y después ganar fuerza en esa posición.
there's top guys that look really fast and they're just ridiculously strong. They just stop everything and it just
Hay
looks
unos de
like
los mejores que parece que son súper rápidos, son porque están muy fuertes en ese movimiento.
And what can you do against those guys? Like if you're a guy that is slower and you're facing a guy that is faster, how do you?
So there's lanes, so someone can hit really fast inside like this. So you need to understand where you can block them. If someone is attacking you here really fast with the press, and all you try to do is catch them here by going back, you will just run over. But if you're engaging your side pressure and going forward, you might get position or better position, right? If someone is top rolling and doing this, and you do the same thing, they will just grab on your finger and just go there. So for top rollers, if you can stop there, I will hook them in the middle. Because they're really good at position where you're fighting them in.
Porque son muy buenos en posición donde
Strap
estás
will always help if you can
luchando
get
contra
the
ellos.
strap. Like any way you get the strap, strap slows things down a lot.
Vale, el strap.
And against drag pullers, like drag hookers, that are very explosive, how do you stop them?
Depends on what are your strengths. If you're
Depende de qué son tus fuerzas.
if back pressure is your main strength, you have to get them out of position. If you can get them out of position, they will be out of position, right? If your main strength is side pressure, you have to hit them. So again, they are losing rotation in the center. It's like how to beat them. We don't know how to beat them, but we can try, and we can try when they are strong or they are weak. And this is why the more you know about your opponents, more chances of beating you.
Lo más probable que tienes a ganarles.
Tomorrow everyone's making notes.
And how can you get the more stronger wrist to not losing this?
¿Cómo puedes reforzar la muñeca para no perder?
To not lose the wrist, how can you get it?
All the cupping exercises, all the things.
Todos los ejercicios.
Think about whatever you're doing, like, and it all will come down to sometimes it's not. Some people will have really strong wrist. I keep losing my wrist versus this guy because you're putting your wrist, like if you come lower, you will put your wrist in position where I can open it up, right? And then you will, let's say someone will go for side pressure and they will just do this because they're putting their wrist in same position. But if I change the position and do the same thing, I will get in. So first you need to understand, is it like technical issue? Do you put yourself in harm's way? Because joints open like this, and if someone attacks you like this, or you help them by doing a lot of side pressure, you know, you're actually going yourself. Or is it really weak? Because yeah, the wrist can always be stronger. Think of it like this. And when you encounter a good top roller, they will tell you exactly how weak it is.
Y cuando encuentres un buen top roller, te va a decir exactamente la fuerza que tienes en la muñeca.
I don't know, I think I said everything.
How long are these seminars normally? How much time?
It depends on. I usually pull for 3 hours. We'll pull tomorrow, right?
Me not. I can pull more, right?
Remember the good.
Nice.
Think about tomorrow. First thing, you get on table, be ready.
Recordaros que cuando llegues a la mesa mañana estáis preparados, que estáis listos.
Be confident.
Tener confianza.
You can do what, like the shittiest move, or you can be terrible arm wrestler. If you do your move confidently,
pero hazlo con confianza.
With full trust, you will do really well. And that is one of the key. There's so many guys that have terrible techniques, but they are just committed to it. Committed to what they're doing.
Muchos que tienen muy buena técnica, pero los hacen con intención.
Good. Okay, thank you guys.